Hello, fellow warriors against consensus reality, purveyors and seekers of truth, wisdom, knowledge, and transcendence from the clown world fuckery that so many people are seeming to roll up their sleeves and allow themselves to be jabbed with. Happy New Year and all that wonderful stuff. A new year and a new beginning. An opportunity to release a whole lot of crap that we were hanging on to and do something different with our lives this year, because as someone said for one of the podcasts, forget the name now, if you desperately seek to make certain changes in your life and you live your life exactly the same as you did yesterday and you do things the same way as you did yesterday, guess what happens? Nothing. And being someone who has struggled with procrastination and deathly fear of change throughout my whole life, yeah, that can be a real challenge, but it's something that must be done, people. Yes, our ego mind doesn't want us to change a bloody thing, and it comes up with every single excuse to not change anything. But considering it has not our highest good at heart, we can disregard what it says, learn from it, and kick it up its lazy backside. Lazy because it doesn't really do anything except spout the same fear-mongering bullshit. So take that individual ego mind fear-mongering and apply it to a collective, communal, global level. That's where we find ourselves today. Yeah, I suppose this is more a commentary slash what cheeses me off kind of video today. A family member who was staying for 2 or 3 weeks during the festive season has gone, and I have to say it's nice to live on my own once again. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I can't tell you how wonderful it is for a lone wolf and a hermit to find oneself living alone again. It's absolutely healing balm is what it is. It's fantastic. Yeah, there was a video by one of the guys that I really admire online. Many of you guys know this guy, perhaps even support his channel. Bjorn Andreas Bull Hansen. I didn't watch this particular video because the title kind of put me off a bit regarding that. Oh, you know, that gobshite, that bearded gobshite who's talking crap. That Murphy, Cuck Murphy, whatever his name is. And apparently Bjorn sort of commented on that and perhaps put in, you know, all guys going their own way into that. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Judging by a couple of the videos that some of the brothers have put out. Just one thing that I think we need to be a little bit careful of when we're discussing different ideas and disagreement with different ideas. Namely, it's the one thing, it's this American habit that I really, really fucking hate. Trying to, 2 parts, label everything with a convenient title and put everything, all thoughts, all emotions, all aspects of reality into compartmentalized, convenient little pigeonholes with all these convenient titles over them. For example, Bjorn is apparently happily married, has a wonderful wife, a wonderful family, they've been together a long time, blah 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 blah, fantastic. Now, someone in that situation may not understand guys who have been put through the ringer relationship-wise, guys who have perhaps been through hell and back called divorce court. Guys who are still paying vagina money and child support and blah 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 blah, even though she's living in the house he busted his ass working for to pay for with her new boyfriend, but he's still paying her vagina money and child support, even though the money probably doesn't go to the child to begin with. Well, she needs new shoes, you see, and a new fucking facelift, and injecting that crap into their lips which makes them look like a baboon's bottom. Why do you women do that? You look fucking disgusting. Take an old woman like Helen Mirren, or what was her name, Jessica Tandy. You know, getting old gracefully, not looking like a baboon's bottom, and stretched tighter than a slut's leather dress. All right. But anyway, I digress. And so perhaps because Björn has not been through that situation, and may he never do, perhaps he doesn't know what it's like for a man to be so sick and tired of the bullshit of modern women, where he's had enough and he just doesn't want to do dating or anything ever again. And that's fine. But see, a guy who's in this situation doesn't understand what that's like. Why a man would choose to do that. Especially if they've been married for many years, she's a good woman, blah 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 blah, 1 in a million, unicorn, etc etc etc, right? And yes, really really good women like this do exist. They're very very rare, but they exist. If you happen to come across one who hasn't been happily married or in a relationship for many years, go nuts. Well done. They are very, very rare, especially an old-fashioned kind of a girl. They exist, but they're very rare. But the thing is, the thing that I have a problem with is when people sort of take Björn's situation and sort of use these terminologies that I really fucking hate, like, oh, he's a conservative or tradcon. Whatever the fuck that means. I mean, in Björn's case, the man is heathen. How conservative do you think he fucking is? You know, whatever, regardless of his relationship status, that is as opposite to conservative as you can get. Because the infantile American view of conservative, none of the rest of the world gives a fuck about this. I don't include America because Australia, because Australia for quite a few years now has become America's bitch in many political, cultural and so forth. Long gone are the days in this country where I grew up on all that wonderful British TV. Thames and Granada and all these wonderful television companies, right? The two Ronnies and Porridge and all this wonderful stuff. Hell, even Benny Hill. And of course, who can forget Basil Fawlty? I mean, come on. I'm fortunate to have been raised in this country when that was still the case, before the Americanism took over in the early 80s. It was unfortunate because right up until the late 80s, I tried to keep a hold of as many of the old British comedies that I could, right up until 1989 when Allo Allo finished. But anyway, so a lot of these, even all, you know, some of the other ones that the MGTOW side of things use, like POA, whatever, I tend to use that term because I know it pisses off these guys. So it's a win-win, for no other reason. I mean, what they are simply is slaves to their penis, nothing more, which is kind of sad because it's a total waste of human potential. It really is. Just like these women, these modern, quote-unquote, strong, empowered women who whore themselves to any and every guy who treats them like absolute crap because they think that makes them strong and empowered. No, it doesn't. It makes you a fucking whore. It makes you a cum receptacle. Nothing more. And you become totally devoid of respect of any kind, self or otherwise. And that goes for these guys. They spend so much time, energy, resources to practically live in the gym, to have the perfect body and the perfect clothes and a car and a good, quote-unquote, a good job, and i.e. a high-paying job, but they're still slave wage earners. But anyway, I never understood that, but hey, that's a whole different video. And so they spend all their time trying to be as attractive as possible to women for the purposes of what? A few moments of pleasure, physical pleasure, devoid of the emotional closeness and the spiritual connection that sex provides between two people, because these people have no idea what a powerful energy force sex actually is. There's a reason why sex magic exists, because it's one of the most powerful energies we can harness and access. But anyway, and that's all they are. I mean, I use the term PUA because I know it pisses them off. Anyone who's going to be lying to themselves and others is fair game as far as satire and sarcasm, as far as I'm concerned. I don't hate them. I just thank all these people for the opportunity to make me laugh and forget the intense cloud of sadness constantly hovering over me all my adult life. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, don't get stuck on these little labels, because they tend to be simplistic and in a way sort of Abrahamic, absolutist in nature, where there's no shades of grey whatsoever. It's either black or white. Well, I'm sorry, but reality in all its realms, which includes thought and emotion and all the rest of it, with all these energy realms, doesn't work that way. There's a lot of grey and various shades of grey in between. It just, I don't understand. As the lovely French would say, je ne comprends pas, right? So, wake up. Get away from this little thought control devices, which is what they are. That's really what they are. They do nothing but make people more simplistic and infantile in their mentality and not capable of deeper levels of thought. Which is kind of sad, because we need deeper levels of thought now more than ever. I mean, I'm as far from conservative and quote-unquote tradcon as possible, but guess what? I'm not a lefty deconstructionist Marxist asshole, commie-loving asshole either, right? These two, duality and these absolutes, really are hurting us a lot. And it's one thing I strongly disagree with Plato about, by the way. This whole duality bullshit doesn't work that way. There's a lot of different layers and elements, and, you know, it's like an Escher drawing. Thought and reality is like an Escher drawing. All different kinds of perspectives, different levels, different perspectives, all at the same time. Right? I think I'll leave it there. I think I'll start to do more kind of deeper themed videos along the way. I've been getting into Academy of Ideas videos. They've really got the finger on the pulse lately. I happily support these people. It's one of the very few channels I'm truly excited about every time there's a notification for a new video. Check them out, Academy of Ideas. But be well, be wise, and don't get caught up in this fuckery. Purposely created fuckery. And just remember, to speak the truth is a lonely path. The sarcastic, irreverent, guitar-loving lone wolf on guitar out.